Voiceless Voice Genesys deck profile. Okay, starting out with the ritual monsters. We have Skull Guardian at 2. He's your boss monster. He can get up to 4100 attack if you have low on the field or graveyard. He's your Omni negate, and when he's summoned, he's your Searcher too. And then you've got 1 Sauravis. He's another ritual summon, but he can bounce back inherent summons. And then because he's at 7 cost, we don't run, or he's at 3 cost, we don't run 2. So instead I've got Saffira, Divine Dragon with Voiceless Voice at 1. When she's summoned, she can help you tailor your hand, she'll let you draw 2, discard 1. And if there's an attack involving one of your Voiceless Voice ritual monsters, you can force your opponent to discard 1 card. For effect monsters, we've got 3 Low. She's your 1 card starter. She searches out Barrier, which is an extender to search more voiceless cards. Low also can be used as the entire tribute for any light ritual monster. And then we've got 3 Saffira, who is also essentially a 1.5 card starter. She lets you use Foolish Her to the graveyard, and then you can send 1 Voiceless Voice ritual card, which is your prayers. And then you can search a Voiceless Ritual monster. So as long as you have the material in your hand, you can banish her from grave, and it acts as the ritual spell, allowing you to ritual summon. We've got 1 Sauravis, Sage of the Voiceless Voice. You can special summon him by shuffling back a ritual spell and 1 other spell card to your deck. He lets you tag him out for any one of your ritual monsters in your hand or deck. So he's an easy way to cheat out your Sauravis after you've already ritual summoned. And then for spells, there's 3 Barrier. This gives you targeting protection as long as you control Low and your ritual monster. This also is your Searcher for any voiceless card. This is your Protector, almost 1 card starter. We've got 2 the Ritual spell. This ritual spell is unique in where if one of your ritual monsters is removed from the field by an opponent's card effect, you can banish this card and then summon a new ritual monster from deck. We got 1 Blessing. This is kind of our long game kind of card, where you can target cards in your graveyard or banish and return them to your hand if they're a voiceless card. Also, if a monster is summoned to the field that's not a ritual summon, this card lets you ritual summon. And then we've got 1 Radiance of the Voiceless Voice, which lets you shuffle back a light ritual monster or ritual spell special from deck, or add a ritual monster to your hand. Or it can pop up to the number of cards on your opponent's field, depending on how many ritual monsters you have. So you can get up to like 2 to 3 pops with this, no problem. And then the last part of the engine, we've got pre-preparation of rites. And this lets you search for your Skull Guardian ritual monster and your ritual spell. For non-engine monsters, we have 3 Kaiju. So if you need to ritual summon, you have to use light monsters for your ritual summon. And Kaijus are a great going second card just to destroy some of those unoutables. Because we can fit it, 1 Fualos, it's a 7 cost. And then we got 1 Pot of Extra. We don't use our extra deck, so it's an easy 2 cards to pull through. And you can shuffle it back with the Old Man Sauravis card. And then we got some back row hate with 3 Cosmic Cyclone. And then because this deck has a hard time going second into a lot of matches, we're going to go board breakers. So we've got 3 Dark Ruler No More to turn off your opponent's board. We've got 3 Lightning Vortex because they're free, and it's basically just a Raigeki for a discard. 3 Ultimate Slayer, so we also still don't use our extra deck. So we can send a lot of good stuff like Garura, Enigmatic Pact Master, and a couple other really good cards to get this effect. And then 3 Compulse, just to bounce a card if you need it. Okay, so the extra deck gets constructed in mind with you not using it, and being able to use Ultimate Slayer to send things to the graveyard. So we've got 3 Garura, which is your way to just draw a card. We've got 3 Fossil Warrior Skull Knight, which you can banish to pop a monster. If I had more, I would play Fossil Warrior Skull Wagons, let you targeting back row to pop. And then Wing Pegasus adding Nister for field removal. And then along the same lines is 2 Enigmatic Pact Bitmasters, which lets you take one of your opponent's monsters and put it in their back row. 3 Golden Cloud Beast Malong, which will let you bounce your opponent's monsters back to hand, and then if I had another one, there would be 3 of these Meteorologic Aggregators that let you target negate if it gets sent to your graveyard. And now for the side deck, it's a couple of funny cards just in case. You have Deep Dark Trap Hole, which just lets you negate the summon of a level 5 or higher effect monster. We've got 3 Curse Seal, the Forbidden Spell. This card comes up, you can absolutely turn off your opponent's engine. This happened to me when I was playing Makanko and someone turned off my Water Arabesque and I was just shook and I didn't know what to do at that point. We got some Graveyard Hate with DD Crow. And the same with Skullmeister. And then if you run into one of those banishing decks, 3 Lancia just because you can fit it. Shuffle up and see what this deck can actually do real quick. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we get. Alright, so this is exactly what we need. Let's ignore the non-engine. Let's go Barrier. Effect to search. Barrier lets us grab Saffira. And then you can pitch Saffira. Grab a different ritual monster. Let's say... Oh, no, not her. Regular Sauravis to hand. And then send prayers to grave. And then you can banish Saffira, letting you ritual summon Skull Guardian using Sauravis as material. You can go Skull Guardian effect to search, grab yourself your very special low, low normal summon, low effect on summon, grab your trap, Radiance, shuffle back Sauravis in the deck, and that'll get you your old man out. So there you're already set up for your next turn, for your opponent's turn. On your opponent's turn, you can bounce back Sauravis to hand, special out Dragon Sauravis, and now you have your inherent summon negate, your omni negate, your targeting, your light monsters can't be targeted, and you have a 4100 attack monster, and because you have a ritual monster in low out, your opponent has to attack your ritual monster, so they can only attack Sauravis and Skull Guardian. And now you also have Radiance on your opponent's turn, which will give you 2 pops. So you're pretty well set up. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe.